Hi, BonBon here. I've got an announcement to make, a channel announcement. Something new is coming. In fact, something new is already here. And I'm pretty hyped about it. It's YouTube membership. Now, if you're here for the map reviews, for the Steam Weekly Chart Show, the Viewer's Choice, tutorials, any of the usual stuff that I put out pretty regularly, absolutely nothing is changing for you. Everything you've just heard will remain free to view because that's my ethos, that it should remain free to view. So if you like my stuff, all is good. Just remember to keep hitting that like button. It really does support the channel. And if you can let any commercials run or even click on one or two of them, that will really help too. And that's it. End of announcement. Unless you want to know more about YouTube membership, in which case hang around. You see, all of those shows, they're pretty time consuming to make. I reckon I spend plus 20 hours a week just creating and editing those shows. And then on top of that, you've got the admin, you've got social media interactions, you've got working through the Google Analytics, all of that stuff as well is basically pretty much a full-time job, for which I make part-time financial rewards. Now, I'm not here for the money. If I was, I would have quit doing this 5 years ago. Easily 5 years ago. I do it because I'm passionate about it and I love doing it. If I want to continue doing it into the distant future, it needs to become the full-time job, or certainly much closer to being a full-time job in terms of financial rewards. Now, I could make spam. I could easily make spam. I've seen channels on other games that I could basically bring the format over here and make the same old crap with the promises of great rewards in the video and very little content. But I have my integrity. I am not going down that path. So anyways, if you want more, there is a chance to support the channel now by joining up with YouTube membership. So let me tell you a little bit about it. First of all, you will probably almost certainly be aware that I have a Patreon page. I've had a Patreon page for some time. I understand that this is not for everybody. For start, what is Patreon? If you don't know, you're not going to go over there and join. I understand that. I've got a loyal band of followers over there. It's absolutely amazing. We've got a lovely little community going on. And those guys over there, the rewards over here on YouTube are going to basically be about the same. So you can actually choose between being on one or the other without missing out on too much on either format. But what are you actually going to get for being a YouTube member? Well, I've got two new shows. Firstly, the new show, number one, it's a weekly show. It's called The Schedule Show, and it goes out every week on a Saturday evening. It's kind of a blog format, I guess, where all you do is you're seeing me going through the Steam Workshop, looking at the most recent maps, deciding which map is going out on which day. We'll have a look at the thumbnails. You'll hear my thought process as to why which map is going out on which day. And basically, you'll be part of the process, seeing what's coming up with the coming week. A bit of a preview, I guess, of what's coming up. You'll also see which maps don't make the show and which maps I'm putting onto my long list. Maps that will become available for the Patreon BonBon buddies to vote on in currently about 8 or 9 months time. If you see a map going onto the long list and you think, no, that needs to be reviewed urgently, BonBon, you can request it. And so you can see the maps that are nearly there, and you can you can boot them up the list a little bit by being one of the first to see the show. Anyway, so yeah, the Schedule Show goes out weekly on Saturday. It's been running a couple of weeks now over on Patreon and becomes live over on this channel immediately every Saturday from this point forward. There's a second show, and this one is effectively a replacement for the 60-minute Map Fix show, which was a little bit controversial back at the start of the year, and I don't like upsetting people too much, and therefore I wound it up. It's fair dues. So the replacement is a show called 90-Minute Map Attack. Similar sort of format. Instead of taking somebody's map off of the workshop, though, I'm working with a blank terrain height map uploaded off of Terrain Party, and I have 90 minutes rather than 60, and instead of being a 90-minute show, it's going to be 3 30-minute shows. It has many of the advantages being 3 30-minute shows. First of all, it's easier to sit down and watch through 30 minutes than an hour and a half of me wittering on trying to make a map. But on top of that, the gaps between each show, I get a chance to look at my work, plan the next instead of being just like a panic 60-minute build. I get to do 30 minutes of build, look at what needs doing, plan the next part, and then make the next part in the next 30 minutes. So I just get a little bit of planning time in between as well. These will be going out on Wednesdays every week. 3 shows, obviously 90 minutes, so it's 3 30-minute shows. And then the fourth and final week, we'll go down and do a what map style flyby, where I look for things like Jinky Jankies, and we get to see it in actually within the game engine, find any problems with it, and maybe make 1 or 2 last-minute fixes before uploading to the workshop. So these maps will be available in the workshop. They'll be openly available in the workshop. It won't just be to YouTube members. Everybody will be able to access them, but you'll actually see the creation of it and be able to sort of like interact and stuff like that. I mean, it's all good. Isn't it all good? I think it's all good. Then on top of that, most importantly of all, we have the glossy shine that makes YouTube membership shine more than any other format out there. Emojis and badges. Yep, you got it. Once you become a member, you'll have access to some channel emojis that you'll be able to insert into the comments, into the chat boxes when we have any live chats going on. And they're all channel based, the lighthouse and stuff like that. You'll be able to insert these actually into the chat, into the comments. And badges will relate to how long you've been a member, and the longer you are a member of the channel, you get a more and more prestigious badge, and those badges will appear alongside your name when you comment into the comments. Again, it's the shine and the gloss that makes this worth every single penny. Yeah, okay, right, I know we're not 12 years old, but some of you are going to like it, and I don't have an opt-out. There is no opt-out. There are emojis and badges. I can't do anything about it. So let me tell you about the 3 different support levels. Now with all of these, you're going to get your emojis and you're going to get your badges. I know you're only here for the badges. There are plenty of badges to go around. Nobody's going to miss out on the badge. There are loads of badges. So chill, Winston. Just chill. You'll also get access to the community tab, which will have the latest channel news on it, and of course you'll be able to chat with the other YouTube BonBonBuddy members as well. Then for the grand sum of £1.99 a month, or whatever your local currency is, you get to be a castle groundskeeper. Yes, those castle grounds need to be kept. And once you've done doing all the weeding and trimming of the hedges, all virtually of course, you get to watch the schedule show. That again goes out every Saturday night. It's running at about half an hour long on average, and it will show you a whole bunch of maps that are coming up for the upcoming week and the thought process there be. So yeah, I recommend watching it on the weekend, because by the time we get to the start of the new week, you're already seeing the maps that have been appearing on the schedule show. So there is that. Then also, for £1.99 a month, you're going to get discounts on the merch store. The discounts are higher than the amount you're paying. So for £1.99, you're going to get £2 off of every single item on the merch store. So buy one thing, you're in profit. Buy 2 things, you're making money. Actually, it's not strictly how it works, is it? But if you are thinking about buying something on the merch store, it actually makes sense to become a castle groundskeeper for the month, because you will make more savings on discounts than you're actually spending on being on a castle groundskeeper. So all good. And then of course on top of that, you get your emojis, you get your badges, and you get the community tab. Then for £4.99 a month, you get to be a factory manager. That's right, everybody's favourite factory needs a manager. So for £4.99, what do you get? Well, you get the schedule show, you get the discounts, you get the emojis, you get the badges, you get the community tab, and you get to see 90-minute map attack. Again, those are 4 shows a month going out on Wednesdays, where you'll get 3 shows with me actually making the map, and then the 4th show will be a what map style fly through, looking for jinky jankies and stuff, because it's a speed build. There will be problems with the map. We'll see any last minute, we might make some last minute edits, possibly if there's absolutely something essential that needs fixing before being uploaded to the workshop, and you'll get the link before anybody else to the workshop. Anyway, so that's Factory Managers for $4.99. I think that's the main tier. I think that's the one that most of you are going to want to be on, because the show is really good. I've recorded season 1, and season 1 it's just really good. So there's the one for all of you that want to really support the channel. Finally, we do have a top tier. It's the Lighthouse Keeper tier for £12.99. Now, this is really, if you really want to support the channel, if you really want to see it grow and evolve, and basically for me to be able to take this on as a full-time career, this is the tier to go for. If you can, any of these tiers, appreciate it. I totally appreciate any help. Just hitting that like button. Seriously, anybody who hits the like button, thank you so much for that. But $12.99, the top tier, you get 90-minute map attack, you get the schedule show, you get the discounts, you get the emojis, you get the badges, you get the community tab, and you get an invite once a month to the private, I was going to say Steam, it's not Steam, Discord chat channel, where it'll be me, it'll be a few members off of the YouTube members, and it'll also be a few members off of the BonBonB buddies over on Patreon as well. And we'll just get to chat. We'll talk about the game. You can ask me questions about the channel. You can ask me questions about me. You can, and of course, you can talk amongst yourself. I will sit back and listen. I'm always there. Yeah, you can message me directly through Discord while we're doing the chat as well, so that, you know, if you're not getting the word in edgeways, you can still get your text down. It will be read and responded to. These chats are normally very intimate. There's normally just a handful of people. I mean, I think the biggest one we ever did only had about 5 or 6 people in it. So it's a nice, intimate, cozy, and quite often it can be one-to-one. It might get a bit out of hand if we get thousands and thousands of people being in Lighthouse Keepers, but if that happens, I will do more than one a month, because it'll be worth it for me. Anyways, that is it. So Lighthouse Keepers at $12.99. You get the Discord, you get the 90-minute map attack, the Steam schedule show, you get the discounts, you get the emojis, you get the badges, and you get the community tab. Not bad, if I say so myself. And that's it. That is the YouTube membership. It's up and it's running and it's available now. All you need to do to join is hit the join button. It's right by the subscribe button. You might spot it down there. It'd be great. I mean, anything that you guys do for me is great. All the comments really help with the algorithms, the liking buttons, the subscribing. This is just one extra level for those of you that want to support. And if you don't want any of that stuff, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. I'm okay. If I get one new member, I'll be a happy bunny. Anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to tell you about. I'm going to boogle off now, and my next job is actually putting together the Steam Weekly Chart Show. So I've got work to do before I've got work to do. Yeah, I've got a day of work ahead of me as well. So I'm going to get on and do some work. Thank you very much for everything that you do for me. I've been BonBonB, and you've been very, very welcome.